past summer, I had the privilege of planning and organizing a fundraiser event for two potential members of parliament candidates. My entire volunteer staff was youth. After attending this event and after talking to these politicians one-on-one, they understood that these people are people as well, and they do care about the youth, and the youth do matter.
I chose to wear this cow costume and go to Parliament Hill to take photos and put out puns regarding the costume. So puns such as, "Let's move Canada, move on out," and "Democracy." The youth is something I feel like I can personally engage with, and it's something I've had experience with in the past and hoping to use that to my best of ability. I mean, I can embarrass myself in front of youth and that'll get their attention.
When does the online world then reflect the offline world? And that's what I think a lot of youth are now struggling with, because they said, oh, I retweeted election 42 and I voted. That's it. That's all their civic engagement, instead of then taking the next step and being involved in person and in real life.
I made sure though that when I did post up these photos, because I knew they were less serious, they're more on the funnier side, so that's something that people, especially those who aren't engaged in politics normally, are willing to be receptive to. So I made sure to include links, nonpartisan links to all the different websites that people could consult. So Elections Canada, just on how to vote. I've had some people approach me to see that they were engaging with my content and asking me where is it best to find the information that they need to vote. I did see that as helpful.
Was a higher voter turnout for youth this year among any other years in any federal election, which is absolutely incredible. So I find it a little offensive that people think that young Canadians are uninvolved in politics, because there is a growing amount of youth who really do care about politics and really do care that their vote makes a difference. The youth mindset in general is very progressive. It's much more inclusive.
When it comes to messaging your MPs, it really is an easy process. Emailing is very simple to them. That's actually a preferred method I've noticed. Scheduling a meeting, it's not a hard thing to do. It's just something that people don't realize is within their ability.
Now is the next step for youth, because we showed in this election, if we all come together, we can make a difference in Canada. I think that the next step for youth is now realizing that, reflecting on that, and then moving it offline and moving it into holding our MPs accountable.
I thought the on-campus polling was a great idea. It does also relate to where you see your home. So I can understand a first-year student wanting to vote maybe in their hometown riding more so than a fourth-year student who's already been involved in Ottawa and probably sees Ottawa as a home.
The more that you immerse yourself in your local community and the more that you have conversations with people about politics, that's the way that we will ultimately all become educated from each other and really, as a collective, then learn about the different voices that need to be spoken out in society.
What mattered to me most in this election was Canada's social safety net. So me being of an immigrant community, and my dad now is on disability, so healthcare is very important to him. And it's tough in our current political government because we're not as represented. I've been coming to terms with this. It's tough to engage, but it's important to engage, because if not, who's going to listen? Whose voice is going to be heard? My voice won't be heard, so I have to.
I think that getting people out there to vote in an educated way can have incredible progress for our society and for Canada.
A lot of people treat us like we're the leaders of tomorrow, when actually we're the leaders of today. And that needs to be recognized in our political government.